August 21st, 2024, a day etched in sorrow. The Taliban once again tightened their grip on Afghanistan. New laws were declared. Women, they decreed, must now be veiled from head to toe in public. Our voices? Silenced, forbidden to speak freely. These decrees are not mere words on paper. They are chains binding Afghan women to a life of invisibility and fear. Imagine a world where your mere presence is a crime, where your voice is snatched away. This is the reality for millions of Afghan women today. The world watched in horror as the Taliban, 2 years after their return to power, shattered any illusion of progress. Their promises of moderation lay broken, replaced by a brutal regime that seeks to erase women from public life. The world remembers the darkness of the 1990s, and now, history repeats itself. A chilling echo of a nightmare we thought was buried in the past. From every corner of the globe, a chorus of condemnation arose. The United Nations, the European Union, human rights groups, all spoke out against this blatant violation of fundamental rights. Rosa Otunbayeva, the UN's voice in Afghanistan, denounced the new laws, demanding their immediate reversal. But words, it seemed, were not enough. The Taliban, defiant and dismissive, brushed aside international criticism. They called it arrogance, a meddling in their internal affairs. The West, they claimed, was blinded by its own values, failing to understand the Afghan way of life. The world grappled with a heart-wrenching dilemma. Sanctions? They seemed to have little impact on the Taliban's resolve. Engagement? It risked legitimizing a regime that trampled on the very principles of human dignity. The world watched, seemingly powerless, as Afghanistan descended further into darkness. Yet, even in this suffocating darkness, flickers of defiance refused to be extinguished. Afghan women, though silenced in the physical realm, found their voice in the digital space. With hashtags like #LetUsExist, they flooded social media with their stories, their hopes, their dreams. Women like Taiba Suleimani, a young activist, became beacons of hope. Through her online platform, she amplified the voices of those silenced, reminding the world that Afghan women are not a monolith, easily erased. They are doctors, teachers, artists, entrepreneurs, their aspirations and potential stifled by a regime that sees them as nothing more than possessions. These acts of defiance, though seemingly small, are nothing short of revolutionary. They are a testament to the indomitable spirit of Afghan women, a refusal to be silenced, a declaration that they will not be erased. The world may have turned its back on them, but they refuse to give up hope. The humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan deepens with each passing day. Over half the population, the World Bank reports, is trapped in the clutches of poverty. The UN's grim assessment reveals a nation on the brink of starvation, with over 90% struggling to afford basic food. Millions have fled their homes, seeking refuge in neighboring countries like Iran and Pakistan. Families are torn apart, their dreams shattered as they face an uncertain future. The lucky ones find their way to Europe or North America, but even then, the scars of displacement run deep. The world stands at a crossroads. Ignoring the plight of the Afghan people is no longer an option. We must find ways to hold the Taliban accountable, to ensure humanitarian aid reaches those in desperate need. But most importantly, we must listen to the voices of Afghan women. They are not asking for pity, but for solidarity, for a chance to rebuild their lives and their nation. Their fight is our fight, their future intertwined with our own.